Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a special twin flame reading for summer solstice and also the Ring of Fire solar eclipse happening on the 21st of June 2020. This will be in conjunction with the North Node and also the North Star. There's a lot going on astrologically. Obviously, this is the beginning of summer as well, summer solstice. So let's have a look, see what messages are coming through, where the divine masculine, divine feminines are at within their connection and what is going to be happening, developing from this situation. So calling upon divine masculines now, divine feminines to come forward and to speak through this reading. Thank you. I'm just hearing I don't know how to let go. I don't know how to let go. And I don't know why, but this is linked to a house. So there could be some kind of discussion around a house situation. That means that if the divine masculine, divine feminine steps away from a situation here, that their house is at risk or their living arrangements are at risk. But there's also something else that they're not able to let go of, or they don't know how to let go of. This could be pride and ego. This could be a physical possession. It could be a karmic situation or person. But again, it's living arrangements, and some of it is the fear of change and or ego. But let's have a look. I'm just keep hearing the same thing. I'm scared to let go. I'm scared to let go. Now, whether or not this is surrendering to the connection, or they're scared of letting go of an old life, an old situation, an old karmic situation. Let's have a look, please. Twin flames, messages for twin flames for the 20. Okay, so we've got a situation here where, wow. 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 Okay, so for the group I'm channeling for at the moment, this is insane energy, I'm not going to lie. Bottom of the deck, first of all, is the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy. We are stepping into Cancer on the 20th. Okay, so this is very strong energy of Cancerian, but it also can deliver something, and it also means movement, changes, recalibration, alignment, a timing issue being resolved to being able to move forward, a kind of clearing of the fates. Wow. I've just realized underneath that is the World card, but this is interesting because it's showing it as a feminine energy caught around a serpent. Now this is really interesting because I'll tell you why. So obviously with the world, with the universe, this is about a closure of a cycle, okay? But can you see where the foot is? The foot is on the right, the right foot, which is the masculine side, is on the head of the snake. Okay, so this is Kundalini rising, but this is also, this is talking about the ley lines. So the dragon grids, or the dragon lines of the earth. I'll be honest with you, I feel like there's possibly something happening around these ley lines that are going to be brought on from this eclipse energy. Now, it's interesting because this is where it gets interesting, because a lot of the time the universal grid, which is obviously ruled by Metatron, is kind of in charge of the chakras, usually the upper chakras. But it looks like there's another activation coming from the lower chakras, which would be the root chakra, security, the earth star chakra, which is the lower below the feet. But the earth star chakra is karma, is the release of karma. There's something in the earth it's like the memories of karma that's being released here, and that's going to affect the physical of these divine, which is going to allow this movement forward. But it's like an unchaining. Can you see she's standing on that head of that snake? She's in control. This is someone in control. This is someone who's beaten the odds. This is someone who's forged forward in terms of a path that possibly was at some point against them. Now, can you see here? There's an opening here. And it looks like, so you've got here in the Chariot card, you've got the four kind of energies of the Wheel of Fortune. you've got the 4 energies of the Wheel of Fortune here that are appearing in this card, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is about destiny and is about fated events, all right? But as you can see, they're in charge of where this Chariot is going. I'm just waiting for it to focus so you guys can see it. So can you see you've got the bull, the eagle, and then you've got the lion, and I can't remember what the middle one is, but it's like you've got Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius here. This is what these animals are bearing. So Scorpio, summer, spring, summer, autumn, winter. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. The changing of the seasons. This is again, it's a Cancerian is the change of the season, isn't it, into summer? But it feels like you probably would have had, and if this is you for you, I would take this as confirmation. Autumn equinox, you know, spring equinox, the summer triangle, the winter triangle. There would have been certainly highlighted changes around your connection around these times. Almost with the changing of the season, there would have been a change of a cycle. This is no exception, but it feels like one cycle is definitely closing out, and it feels like a karmic cycle. Now, can you see in this world card where it's closing out these energies, you've got the same creatures that are pulling back the veil here. The lion, Leo, the bull, Taurus, the eagle, and then you've got it looks like Aquarius and Scorpio here. So they're Phoenix, and then it looks like the water bearer, but they're pulling back this kind of veil here. These, you know, the kind of reality of a situation where someone is grappling with, it looks like a serpent, but this feels like karma. Someone is closing out a karmic cycle here. And I'll be honest with you, it's based on the activation of the ley lines that are possibly shifting the soul star of possible divine masculine, divine feminines, but also it's like whatever work has been carrying out from the upper chakras, there's an earth activation to balance out the two. So if you've been having really strong physical sort of reactions, it could be that this earth purge is about to recalibrate you so that it's alignment. This is bringing an alignment. Now, it's interesting because then we've got the Magician. This is the Magician, which is Gemini energy. And again, can you see that serpent around? Again, this time it's the left foot. So it feels like someone's been trying to manifest movement here. Possibly one or both of you have been trying to manifest movement. But it's interesting because the Magician came out with the Queen of Cups. So it was like, again, it's that earth chakra purge. It's that that heart chakra renewal, that heart chakra alignment that has sparked off a recalibration that again, this eclipse energy is going to purge the lower chakras and release a lot of karma. And then just to confirm, we've got the Lovers in reverse. So it's like a choice is being made here. But it's a balance, because the Lovers is about 2 equal halves. It's also very strong Gemini energy, and the Lovers are the twins, aren't they? But if you're in alignment, then you're just one. So this is about a purge and where twins can come into alignment. You know, this is a major purge. This is, I'll be really honest with you, for those this is going to resonate with, you're going to start seeing, and again, don't forget to wait a couple of days after the eclipses. You could have previously had physical symptoms that were mainly around the top half. Either they will dissipate or you'll start having symptoms around the lower half. And again, if you are concerned, please seek medical advice. I have to give that an advisory. Although from where I'm looking, this is definitely more based on twins coming into alignment. And because of the fact that it's all been done in the ethers, it's all been done in the 5th dimension, this is about a physical reality that is now coming into fruition, you know. So do you remember when I've been saying a while, it's like we haven't seen anything materializing around the 3rd dimension. This is it. This is now the 3rd dimensional kind of nod or acknowledgement that this is real. So the one half, the ethers, the universal grid, the galactic grid, you know, sort of Metatron's energy here, and the higher realms has been recalibrating and bringing energy from the fifth dimension and above into the reality. And I said at some point it's got to come through into this reality. This is it. This is about the energy being anchored. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that the work is being, look, can you see there's a blossoming here? There's a blossoming. Now this is very strong spring based energy, and if you've been watching the twin flame readings for a while, there's been a reference to flowers blooming, blossoming, and also in the previous live that I did, a reference to they didn't pick you because you weren't ready, you didn't blossom yet. This is the blossoming. Now can you see here at the top you've got the icon for the sun, and these are pentacles. So this is a work, a physical manifestation of work that's been carried out, seed that's been planted. This is also tree of life, legacies, and a manifestation of work being carried out. And they're equal and balanced as well. So there's 4 on either side. So 4 is obviously that very strong twin flame energy, but 4 of Pentacles is holding back and protecting yourself. But when you've got 2 sides that are equally in alignment, there's a manifestation here. There's a strong manifestation. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. The holy grail of holy grails. This is the deliverance of everything that is tangible from where I'm looking at. You know, this is the delivering of everything that is tangible. I'll be honest with you, if there's been an energy here of denial and I can't see it, I don't want to see it, I don't want to recognize the connection, I don't want to acknowledge the connection, I don't want to acknowledge the intensity of the connection or the depth or an element of the connection where a balance is being tipped. So usually I make reference to, usually within any decision, there has to be a balance at some point, okay? Whether you're choosing for or against, there is always a balance, okay? And at some point, you have to be more in favour of one or the other. Now, obviously, it's great to have balance and equal measure, but that is usually sometimes within decision-making, indecision, isn't it? If you're not deciding one way or the other. But when you're starting to tip the balance, that's when a decision is beginning to be made, okay? So if imagine a cake and you're cutting half of the cake out, you're undecided, aren't you? But if you cut a slice out, there's still a majority of cake left, which means it's a majority of whole. This is about tipping a balance where the majority of a feeling is going to lead them into making you or them making a decision to solidify the union. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got adjustment here, which is judgment. So something that was previously not acknowledged, a decision is being made about. So can you see at the top of the Seven of Swords here, we've got the new moon. And of course, this is a new moon that we're going into in Cancer. Cancerian is that kind of home energy, again, number 4 energy. Balance of the home, balance of the self. An intertwining of the 2 halves to create a very collaborative effort. And understanding, and this is the thing, when you're trying to merge energy, if you're not acknowledging a part of you, can you merge fully? That's the question. And if someone isn't acknowledging a part of themselves, it means they're not acknowledging you. So someone is coming into an acknowledgement of the self here, which means that they can come into an alignment and make a decision. So they're not going to be running away, or they're not going to be putting a decision off, or yeah, because look, the Seven of Swords came out with a Chariot. So finally a decision being made based on something that was previously not acknowledged, okay? And then an end of a situation based on a decision being made. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling very strong water vibes with this. So it could be a water sign. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So obviously we're looking at the bigger picture first of all, and then we're going to kind of go in as much depth as we can get here, because I want to get as many messages out for you guys as I physically can, because I'm just hearing the world is healing. And I don't know why I've got to give that, but I do. So do you remember when I said before about the magician trying to manifest? They're manifesting union. 6 of Cups is reunion with a soulmate twin flame. 6 of Cups is nostalgia, trying to evolve into something to recreate an existing or, you know, developing a connection. This is Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is death and rebirth, okay? And again, we've got a very strong equal balance here. Three of Cups is reunion. Three of Cups. So both sides of the coin wanting to reunite. Possibly even both sides, both parties trying to manifest to reunite. So do you remember when I've been saying about how be careful you're not getting distracted, especially in the live when I was talking about be careful you're not getting distracted so you're not going to be able to manifest. This is the reference that I was making as well as in general, because if you're being distracted to manifest, then this is, again, part of it is designed that way to sort of keep you stuck a little bit. But it's not so much, it can be a little bit self-sabotage as well as a lesson, you know. But again, if you're learning what there is enough to learn, you know, enough of the lesson, then it means a stage can close out, someone can make a decision, and the manifestation of reuniting is going to go ahead. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Cups came out with the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man in reverse is a recalibration or a decision being made, a new perspective being gained, and an emotional decision. So someone has essentially seen something that they hadn't previously recognized, and because of that it's helped them learn a lesson, not just from these higher chakra upgrades, but also the activation within this, you know, this Earth Star Chakra, soul, you know, the Earth Star Chakra and Soul Star Chakra. And then a manifestation where a reunion can take place because a perspective shift has happened, and an emotional perspective shift has also happened. It's like an emotional cleanse or purge, or, you know, sort of an understanding. Wow. So do you remember when I said about the Lovers, where there's a decision here where it's in alignment, it's not two sort of incomplete energies, it's one whole one, but someone wants to move very quickly into a choice. So once this energy starts aligning, and this and don't forget, as I say, 3 days after the eclipse, this energy can still happen. So pay attention between the 21st up to 3 days afterwards for someone to come forward here to, I'm hearing, speak their truth, because Swords is about speaking truth and rapid development. End of delays, I'm hearing end of delays. Yeah, because they want to make that effort, they want the alignment, okay, they're wanting to come into that alignment because previously they've been left out in the cold. Now look at that kind of the symbology here. We've got a very blossoming and abundant energy versus a very cold, very detached energy. They're coming out from the cold, they're going towards their sunshine. The sun is the masculine, and if we're in a solar eclipse, it's that illumination, quite literally, and they're coming out from the cold into the sun. They're purging everything that is no longer sort of serving them, basically. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. This is balance, this is security, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Can you see on her shield, she's got what looks like the flower of life, which is a geometric pattern here, which usually is associated with sacred geometry and or Metatron, which is the design of life, you know. This is a destiny that has been written based on the timing of this eclipse. The changes that you're going to see are coming into an alignment of a time when, again, this is ley lines, this is earth-based, again, earth sign, earth-based changes that are also going to activate from the ground up. Can you see she's got her wand here? She's got her wand that's lighting up, and she's in this sparse countryside. It looks very geometric kind of energy. Can you see the Merkaba that we've got at the top here? The Merkaba of protection. This is a ley line that is sparking a shift. And don't forget, when I've been talking about layers, you can, you know, there's this joining, this merging, this fusion of the twins. And then when you get to the top and you've aligned in one stage, it starts from the beginning, but it starts not just the kind of root chakra, it starts below that, the chakra below that, Earth Star Chakra, which is where a lot of karma is held. And it can be held in the earth, as well as the physical, as well as the nomadic body, as well as the spiritual bodies. There's a multifaceted, because we're not just a body, we're not just like wandering about. There are energetic layers that we have, and if we're in alignment with another fragment of our consciousness that is our twin, and they have other things going on, the common denominator is the sky, the ether, and the earth. But in order to manifest at an earth-based level, the earth has to be involved. So the crystalline grid has to be involved, which is Sandalphon in the Tree of Life. So Sandalphon's involvement. So let me bring out Archangel Metatron's Oracle deck by the lovely Amanda Ellis. And if you are interested in buying this, this is on Amazon. We want to get some more insight, because this is obviously the universal grid that this deck does channel. So we're going to go from this wider perspective first of all, and then we're going to try and hone in on as much detail as we can. So this might well be a longer reading, but we want to get as much information so that you guys are prepared, basically. I want to, and I'm hoping that the guides, your guides, the information they give is, you know, as helpful as it can be. So let's have a look. So Spirit, with the twins here and the 20th of, and I keep seeing crop circles. So all the crop circles are, again, if you are in the spiritual support group, I've been posting crop circles with suns on it and the yin and the yang symbol and all these other kind of references. This was their little, it was supposed to sort of let people know. And I've been posting them and wondering if people have been kind of understanding what I'm trying to get at here. But this reading for me is kind of referencing the same messages. But let's have a look. So Spirit, what can you tell us please for the 20th and 21st, summer solstice and this ring of fire, solar eclipse with the alignment with the North Star and the North Node? What is happening for the twins please? Wow. I'm just hearing Star of Bethlehem. I'm not joking either. Wow. So this is orange, which is the solar plexus, yeah, the sacral chakra, sorry. Connection and attunement. This is connection and attunement, okay? So the sacral chakra is about your joy center. It's your sexual energy. It's your emotional center, okay? So again, there's a lot of energy that is connected around this sacral chakra as well as the earth chakra, the earth star chakra. That's going to have this purging, and it's transmutation via fire. So it's this passionate kind of energy that I feel that is going to be kind of coming up. Now, you could sit there and go, well, how's that going to purge emotions? Well, if your joy center has been very closed off, that is definitely going to fire it up. You could have been having certain symptoms around the sacral chakra where it feels like you're very hungry, or suddenly you're not hungry at all. This is also linked to the creativity center as well. So you look out for kind of symptomatic changes around the chakras, because this is also in alignment with, now don't forget, this feels to me like it's going to be a quick process. So it feels like the soul star, the earth star chakra is going to light up and release this extra layer and release a little bit of this karmic pattern, like I mentioned before, which is also in alignment with your security center, which is that root chakra, that red chakra at the base of your spine. The next level to that would be this sacral chakra, which is the joy center. Then you've got the solar plexus, then you've got the heart. So the next energy to come through after this would be willpower and confidence. So there's a gearing up here. There's a gearing up that's happening. That, and again, can you see that it's almost like they're limbering up here, ready. This is preparation. This is preparation. Again, we're gonna go wide, as objective as we can, and then we'll go as, oh my goodness. What did I say about the Tree of Life? What have I been saying about the Tree of Life? Can you see here? We've got the earth and a lot, and this is Sandalphon. And then we've got this is Metatron. So this is essentially the very Kabbalah based energy here, but the earth grid is being lit up, okay? And this is Metatron, which is the universal grid. So the crystalline grid and the universal grid is essentially being totally lit up, and energies in between that also being recalibrated. I'm just hearing the archangels are in charge of this. There is very strong angel activity here. I'm going to be really honest with you. So when you're looking at something very, very kind of honed in on it, you know, on a microcosmic level, we're seeing twins that are coming into union. But there's a knock-on effect externally on a macrocosmic level that this is going to uphold. And I don't know if you've been sort of watching my lives, but I've been talking about Alcyone and Metatron and the central sun that is like birthing something. Now, when the eclipse comes into alignment, it's actually in alignment with the galactic center. So there's a direct alignment with Earth to the galactic center, and the galactic center is everything is birthed from the galactic center. And so there's a huge scope of anything is possible. So with these alignments of these individuals on one level, on an external level, as above, so below, there's also this huge, it's like a firework. But this is the thing, and don't forget, when you're sparking that kind of energy, you're manifesting something yet again in the ethers, which isn't going to also show in the third dimension yet, in the reality we're in. So it's like this kind of game of, it's like tennis. You're up to bat, you know, we're batting it back up to the galactic center. They're shooting down this kind of energy to the earth center to kind of come in and draw out this karmic energy. And then there's so much going on. I'll be really honest with you, I've just got Elon Musk in my head now, and I feel like, what are the chances of Elon Musk? Elon Musk is not just putting freaking satellites up here. I mean, I'll be really honest with you, this guy's doing some groundbreaking research, and I don't know how much he's telling people. Because the guys have said it's a secret. Well, not so much now. Right. Let's see what else. Twin flames. Twin flames, please. What's going on with the twin flame collective? Yeah. So the sacral chakra, the solar plexus that I mentioned, the yellow, joy and happiness. This is the next thing. So it's going to spark a very strong creative urge, a strong empowerment. This is bringing empowerment. So anyone that hasn't had movement, oh my goodness, and look, the flower of life. What did I say about the flower of life? The Queen of Pentacles had that on her shield. This is creation. So do you remember what I said about the universe? It's shooting up, these kind of almost like flares up to the universe to resonate and evolve into, it's creating something. This is the tree of life, which is legacy, birth of something new. It doesn't have to be a literal child, but it could be. But this is expansion, and it's not just expansion in your life. This is a universal expansion. This is a solar grid becoming totally activated and manifesting down into this reality. But it's not just, I mean, look, this is a huge expansion in your life. Everything is connected here as well. And you can see the rainbow colours here. What else can you tell us about twin flames? Yeah, and then that will then help release. There's going to be a release. Can you see the reference to autumn here as well? Now, it could well be that there's something around this, I think it's a September the 29th, 23rd, is it? Which is the autumn equinox. This could be a significant date for you or your counterpart. But there's something about this evolving to the next level between now and then, okay? Right. Let's see. Let's go into a bit less sort of, because we're yeah, this is a kind of more larger level, larger scale. But let's go to the Kipper deck and we'll start trying to hone in on the smaller details here. This is my Sagittarius ascendant at play here. Right, so twin flames, what can you tell us please? 20th to the 21st of June. For twin flame energy. 20th to 21st of June for twin flames, please. What can you tell us? Twin flames. 20th to 21st of June. eclipse, summer solstice, what's going to evolve, what's going to be happening for the counterparts. Wow. Boom. Sudden wealth. This is 11. As you know, 11 is a very strong twin flame number. This is a manifestation. Your energy, you know, that kind of wealth is energy. It's an abundant energy. It's manifestation. This is a manifestation that is coming through. So be very aware of your thoughts. If you're starting to doubt your connection, just be very aware. But someone is getting a very... this is about, look, money and a job. Someone could be getting a high increase in money around their work. Could be getting busier, maybe starting a business. Twin flames, please. Maybe they are. Maybe this creates a confidence increase, which means they're coming to you because they've received that kind of increase. We're also getting very strong communication here. It says message and message of concern. All right. So either someone's sending a message and then you're getting one back, or you're in discussion around something that has been concerning you or them. But there's definitely strong communication coming. Now, can you see we've got cards 7 and 14, which is a doubling up, twin number. 7 and 14 is a twin number. I'm hearing someone's been putting off this message for a while. It could also be a message that hadn't originally got through to you, but you're picking up on. It could be in the dream state. Can also be literal communication as well. Twin flame messages, please. 20th, 21st of June 2020. What are the twin flame messages to come through? Twin flame messages to come through. Yeah, look. They're trying to get this thought out of their mind. They feel like if they send a message, am I going to get rejected? There's someone overthinking here. So they're not able to get you out of their mind. This is they're playing this over and over and over again. Someone is playing over their thoughts. Twin flame energy, please. Twin flames. What's going on for twin flame? 20th, 21st. So this is the issue. They're holding you in very high regard here. And I feel like they're sitting here going, am I going to ruin this? Do I want to come in? Bottom of the deck is unexpected income as well. If I come in, is it going to ruin this situation? If I come in, what's going to happen? If I come in, is it going to ruin this whole situation with you know what they've got going on? What do I do? Twin flame, please. What's going on for the counterparts? For those watching the video for twin flames, 20th, 21st of June 2020, what is going on with their counterpart as it stands right now? For those watching this video, what is going on with their counterparts as it stands? Wow. So, yeah, what did I say about closing out karmic cycles? I don't know. I mean, this is insane. So we've got the Four of Wands in the reverse and the Devil. They are very aware of this situation they are in. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. I feel like they're trying to... This is interesting. I feel like they're trying to heal first before they make this known. What can you tell me about Four of Wands reversed with the Devil, please? What is the Four of Wands reversed with the Devil? Wow. Wow. Yeah, look. So we've got the Ace of Swords, clarity. They know what this is and what it isn't. They know. They know. They know. It's like if someone has been trying to kid themselves. I mean, look, you can't run from the truth. This is you can't run from yourself either. This is like kind of, I mean, I think they were trying to put this off for as long as they physically could, but it's like there's only so much you can do that before the truth comes through and sort of advises you, no, this is the reality. What can you tell me, please? And they know that this is actually coming or drawing out a closure for them. But this is the thing. They're starting to become aware. This energy is going to draw them out of and allow them to see what the cause of where this has come from, where the pains come from, where the confusions come from. And I'll be really honest with you, I think they even know that this is, they're hurt by it. They're stuck in this energy of hurt by not being able to come to you, not being able to understand, not being able, why didn't I see clearly? Why did I not see this clearly? I'm just hearing, how has it come to this? How did it come to this? Why did I not see this? I was running after all the wrong things. Someone feels like they don't have a good support network around them either, so it's like they didn't know what else to do. And I feel like this confusion suited them at some points, because it meant they didn't have to act. But it's like, it's so obvious, this truth now, that it's like, how can you not act when you're aware? Again, this is that tipping point that I mentioned earlier. There's a tipping point that comes, and at some point you have to then do something. Even if you're the least decisive person on the planet. Look, the moon. Emotions. I know where my heart lies. Truth. This is the wolf as well. I've been talking about the wolves as well for some time in reference to the readings and the twin flames, but this is the wolves, the pack, the wolf, the lone wolf, two possibly very lone individuals that are coming forward and creating this pack, almost this kind of two, sort of a masculine and a feminine, that are joined together. And I'm also hearing Hecate, which I think is a moon goddess. There's something about her energy. Maybe you resonate with that energy. But what can you tell me, please, about the counterparts? Yeah. So this came out with the Four of Wands in reverse. Someone is cutting out an existing living situation here that was no longer serving them. So that it's going to get to a point where this energy comes through on the 20th, 21st. And it doesn't have to be immediately on those days. I've made this decision. It's the general energy that's going to be brought out of these times. And then watch for maybe a few days afterwards and sort of into the next maybe week or so. The living arrangements are no longer suitable. So if they're living with someone, I'm just hearing not acceptable anymore. And I'm just hearing, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? What is going on here? I'm just hearing, you can't take the pain away. The longer they were in a situation, the longer they hurt you. I'm going to be honest. The more they're struggling to come out of a situation, to come towards you, the more they hurt you. I'm going to be real honest with you. Because this is what their higher selves are saying. It's like, this is why I'm stuck. And I'm stuck. It's a measurable energy of how much I hurt you, how much I didn't see, how much I didn't understand, how much I didn't honour you, how much I didn't come towards you, how much I didn't see this, how much I didn't communicate. Maybe I've been cruel. That energy between you and your counterpart that was never acknowledged is the amount they haven't been able to see what kind of hell they've been in. So the harder the journey was between you guys that they put you through, is the harder, the exact amount of hardness and advanced kind of bit of pain here that they're now in. And that's how they're giving it to me. Is they're just saying this was designed in equal measure. So let's say, for example, they put you through, I don't know, a day worth of pain. They're going to be experiencing that amount through their own eyes, because it's always meant to recalibrate them so they can understand the lesson. This is what this energy is giving them. But they're coming out of that now, where they're going to see and go, I get it. The reason why I've been in this, because don't forget, they couldn't see, they couldn't understand, right? Because you've been in a situation before where you couldn't see, you couldn't understand. So now they're going through the same energy to help them understand where you've come from, because they're going to be looking at this now from your perspective, whereas before they didn't, possibly. So there's a total recalibration going on here. Yeah, look, Page of Swords is, looking at it through the truth. Understanding the truth of the situation. The Devil is the low vibrational karmic energy, patterns of behaviour, destructive behaviour. Page of Swords is viewing what is and understanding what is. I put you through a lot. Now, this doesn't have to be a conscious, I'm going to stay in this situation until I know that the pain that I caused you, I've received in equal measure. This was the karma that you guys are clearing, because that was how it's designed. Don't forget, you can't build a house on rocky foundations. So this is the energy that's being released. For them to understand and get you the same kind of viewpoint that you've got, for them to be in that. Otherwise, there's no alignment. You can't align someone that hasn't learnt the lesson. Understanding, this is Ace of Swords came out with the Two of Wands. Understanding why the decisions were made the way they were. I chose this. Why? Why did I choose this? I chose this because I wasn't ready. I wasn't healed. And so I had to go through a healing. Now, are they going to be aware consciously of this information? Some will, some won't. The majority of them, it will be a subconscious knowing, and it will be their higher selves trying to show them everything. So there's a healing kind of process that's underway here, where they're coming out of a situation where the amount of pain that they maybe put you through, that they're now coming out of, and now they're able, because you've had that where you've come out of that pain and you looked through that and resolved it, or ideally if you're in this group you would have done. So now this is what they're now, with this energy now, what they're going to be going through. Now don't forget, if they come to you, you're going to know if they're healed and they're on that same perspective as you or not. If they haven't, and they haven't, you know, they don't understand, then you're going to know about it. It's going to be very obvious. So, you know, trust your instincts. This was the acknowledgement of pain. The arguments, the kind of discussions, the, you know, he said, she said, the interferences, the not seeing things clearly. The pain is being realised, not just from their side, and not just what they put you through, but everything. It's like they're seeing the wider picture. So whereby maybe the feminine has been looking at the wider picture, now they're starting to go, uh-oh, I've started to piece these dots together. I couldn't come towards this person because I wasn't seeing it in their perspective. Now I am. But the pain I put them through, that's why I went through this. Now, is it spirit trying to be cruel? No, because you got to remember there was past lives that you guys would have gone through here that would have needed to recalibrate energy, your side and their side, which is why this journey has been the way it has, you know, because you can't just go, oh well, you're both two wounded people still and there's healing to be needed, let's just put you together and blow everything up. This part of this was done separately so that this understanding, because the growth is greater in that respect as well. That's how it's been designed. And here he is, the Emperor. Take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be a masculine that we're talking about. It could be a feminine. The moon. This is the moon is the feminine. Okay. But what it's saying here is a realization of the expansion. Now, don't forget, the moon is feelings, is emotions. Okay. Now, when the sun, the masculine, comes together with the moon, there's a joining of a merging of that energy that I mentioned before, where there's that kind of huge, almost like a firework. This is an emotional cleanse and purge that is needed for them to move towards you into the next part of the journey to progress. All right. Right, let's see. Let's go even more in depth. I know this is a 43-minute reading, but I want to get every detail I can possibly get here. Let's try and get as many details as we can. Right. What is their heart center going to be saying after this eclipse energy, the 20th and 21st? For the counterparts, for those watching this video, where are their counterparts' hearts going to be consciously after this energy comes through on the 20th and 21st? Where are their counterparts' hearts consciously going to be here? Wow. A lot of communication coming because these cards are flying out. Where are the hearts going to be, please? After this alignment happens, where are the counterparts' hearts going to be? Where are their hearts? Wow. My throat chakra is really feeling like it's been cleared out as well. Right, I'm going to just get all the cards out at once so we can move through this. So, bottom of the deck is Justice. This is Karma. So, the first two cards that came out, where's the counterpart's heart going to be after this energy is cleared? We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is, I'll be honest with you, this could be a karmic. But I feel a little bit manipulative energy here. It's not working anymore. It's not working. Whatever this kind of tact this person had, it could be a karmic, could be a family member, it's not working. Queen of Cups in the reverse can be a little bit emotionally unbalanced, a little bit emotionally manipulative. The Ace of Wands in reverse is a blockage of energy. No action, no movement. No, not moving, not going to move. Someone is putting their foot down. And then we've got the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups. It's like I'm walking away to what is actually going to give me some kind of emotional stability. So they're becoming very aware of it. We've also got the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So there's a lot of communication possibly to this karmic situation to be like, look, you may want to come back, but this is done. You know, there's a very clear detachment of communication here coming up with, you know, once there's a disconnect from that person. Seven of Cups and Magician. I'll be honest with you, this feels very manipulative to me. I feel like someone here that is going to try and... They're moving away from things that were manipulative, which is, again, very karmic situations, into balance of connection. Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So it doesn't feel like much communication possibly with you. It feels more they're wrapping up things in their lives and their kind of karmic situations. So let's see, where is their head going to be at? Consciously, after this energy passes, 20th to 21st of June with the eclipse and summer solstice, where is the counterpart's head going to be at? After this energy clears, where is the counterpart's head's going to be at? After this energy clears, where is the counterpart's head's going to be at, please? After this energy clears, where is the head's going to be at mentally? Where are they going to be at? Wow. So again, what I mentioned about the heart center, don't forget this is a mirroring of what they put you through on an emotional level. They're probably going to be going through that from this energy. So again, mentally, what they put you through, they're now going to be experiencing in order for them to understand. Now, it sounds really tight the way I'm saying that, like, you know, this is tit for tat. This is not about playing a game. This is not people putting spells on people for them to go through this. This is spirit bringing things into balance, and it's the way it's been designed. It's not to kind of be some egomaniac. This is about balance and healing. So again, we've got karma. So this is, again, the last parts of karma being released here. We've got Knight of Pentacles and Eight of Swords. So there's going to be a lot of manipulative, mental kind of game. So again, if they've played that with you, they're going to be experiencing that in their life. We've got the Fool and the Lovers. So someone's breaking away and a new cycle with their choice of feelings, partners. We've got the Page of Swords with the Page of Cups. Truth about feelings. Understanding about their feelings. Knowing a little bit more, again, with that kind of tipping that balance. They're a little bit more secure in the knowing of what they want. But they may be holding off, totally disconnecting from this energy. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Maybe they got to a certain point and now something's pulled them back in. And again, this is the remnants of karma. Okay, so again, it's not going to be for everyone. Some of them, it's probably going to be ending totally. Some of them, it's going to take a little while longer. And again, to confirm that, we've got Four of Swords with the Knight of Wands. So this is a pause before they come forward, okay? So for the group I'm channeling at this moment, this is the energy. But let's see what action will the counterparts take to you after the 20th, 21st. What action will they be taking towards those watching the video? 20th, 21st. After that energy, what action will their counterparts be taking towards them? People watching the video, after this eclipse energy, what action will they be taking? What action will they be taking? What action? Wow. This is interesting. Okay, this is wounded warrior energy here, bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands, so they're healing. So let's say, for example, you're sat there going, well, why aren't they coming forward? What is the deal? I feel like they're trying to heal before they do. Because look, we've got Temperance in the reverse and the Ace of Cups upright. So it's like they want to offer this, but what do they have in them? Again, this is the remnants of a lesson that's being learnt here. So, for example, we've got to flip it around. Maybe you were offering your cup and maybe you weren't quite ready then. And so now the mirror opposite is happening where they're wanting to offer, but they're not quite ready. So do you see how there's a mirroring going on between counterparts here? Then we've got 5 of Swords and 10 of Swords. So there's definitely an end to arguing. So if you've been arguing with your person, that's definitely coming to a close. It's just a matter of the healing from where I'm looking at, because we've got the Sun and the King of Wands. So this is passion, this is drive, desire to start something new, a desire to create. This is alpha energy. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is someone who wants to kind of come forward and deliver something, but when it's the right time. So they're still purging here. 3 of Cups and 5 of Wands. There could be a few other sort of energies here trying to, maybe friends influencing. Maybe there's a sort of competitive energy around maybe there's other people that are interested in them. And so they're trying to, I feel like this is friends though. I feel like this is friends that are trying to, again, could have been involved. It could be family or friends on your side or theirs that are trying to get involved. And I feel like they're also trying to put their foot down with that energy as well. And then we've got the 9 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of this fear still. So again, if you've gone through fear in your connection, it's like this is what they're resolving. But things are stepping up. We've got Knight of Wands and Strength. So this is like they're building this energy up slowly, if you know, when they're ready. And there's a healing first to happen. Let's see. Okay. Messages from the higher selves of the counterparts, please. What is it they would like to say today for this reading? Messages from the higher selves of the counterparts for those watching. What is it they would like to say? What is it? So someone is convinced that this isn't going to work, all right? And whoever this is for, I feel like it's just popped in your head. You're sitting there going, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to happen. You're wrong. I'm going to be real. This is not what the higher self is saying. They're saying, no, it is happening. Messages from the higher self, please, of the counterpart for people watching. Messages from the higher self. And if it has to be at the time when you were if you had just had that pop into your head, this was the message for you. If it's happened 3 weeks ago, that wouldn't have been your message. Messages from higher selves to the counterpart higher selves, for those watching the video, please. Messages for the higher self from the higher selves. Wow. 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 Okay, so they do not want to step away from your connection. So we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Wands. They're trying to get victory over, building strength and healing enough to come away from their situation. Now, the easiest way I can explain this is, imagine, let's say, for example, you are in a situation that you're a little bit out of your comfort zone. For example, for me, I'll give you an example. It was when I was trying to get my car sorted out, and it was like, do I take it there first and get this done? Do I then sell it afterwards? Do I take it to a mobile mechanic? Now, I'm not a car expert, okay? And also I'm single. So if I'm taking it to these people, I'm going to get ripped off. That was my fear. Now, a man could come along and go, well, what's the problem? This is an easy solution. Do this, da 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 da. But I'm not a car expert. I'm not freaking Richard Hammond from Top Gear. I'm not, do you know what I mean? Like, So that was me out of my comfort zone. And it's very easy for someone to sit there and go, well, what's the issue? Just decide already. But there's so many different kind of potential outcomes here that and there's no usual right answer with these things, especially because again, you could take it to one person, they could value it at this, and then take it to another person, it's valued differently. So you've got to remember, take you out of your comfort zone and put you in a situation where you're not particularly au fait, and then sit there and go, okay, make a decision. Why aren't you making a decision? Why can't you make a decision? That's how they're feeling, because this is out of their comfort zone, and they're trying to heal to get to the same perspective that you're seeing this on. Because I feel like there's people sitting there going, what's the issue? Why aren't they just deciding? Because they physically can't. It's like, again, it's the same reference that I made to this car thing. It's like they're out of their comfort zone. They haven't learned this yet. It's like they've known it in previous lifetimes, but in this lifetime they haven't yet learned that. It's like someone learning a language and going speaking to them in Swahili level advanced, and you going, why can't you understand me? It's like, well, I haven't learned it yet. So we gotta, and it's not about making excuses, it's about a balanced perspective, because when you're bringing that, you're keeping an open mind, aren't you? You're not blocking that energy. If you're sitting judging that, then you're placing a very firm energy onto that kind of thing, and an expectation. When, I mean, what happens then? Because you're trying to control a situation then, aren't you, from where I'm looking at. So keep an open mind. Now, we've also got here the Two of Cups in the reverse, which is two parties, two people that want to be together that aren't together yet. And we've got the Hanged Man. So again, the Hanged Man is about change of perspective. Until that change of perspective is brought in, it's going to be very difficult to bring this into union, because there's still again, it's an alignment of two vibrational match, isn't it? And if it's not a match, if one party doesn't quite see where they went wrong and how they treated you, that's not a match yet. We want them to see, you know, or maybe you did something wrong in the situation. Maybe you're getting triggered by a third party, and the idea is for you to remain very firm and strong in your belief system that they are coming to you. This is what is meant for you is for you. And so until you've corrected that course of action, there isn't a match. Do you see what I mean? Because it's a mirroring situation. What they're going through, you're going through, or you have done, all right? They're also in fear around security, around the self, around a living environment, around an existing connection. They're in fear of communicating that truth, because they don't, there's a fear of the unknown here. This isn't a fear of the unknown. This is what this energy is going to bring up. So you are also possibly a fear in the unknown, where you're sat there going, I don't know if this is going to happen. When you're in that energy, they're going to be picking up on that, and they're possibly looking at the connection going, oh, I don't know where this is going to go either. If you're now, obviously, I'm not talking about people that have never had a confirmation this is a twin flame, have never had a confirmation by their spirit guides or a reader that this is 100% your twin flame. I'm talking about those people who know this is their twin flame. The more firm you are creating that kind of line of communication, and you're bringing that energy to you, where it's also helping you keep and hold that energy of, yeah, this person's for me. I'm just doing my thing. When they're ready and we're in alignment, we're seeing things the same way, we've gone through the same things, similar things, then they can come. But if you're doubting it, they are going to also be possibly doubting that and having a fear, because this fear is coming through. Someone's fearing this, and it keeps coming through, and it's like, because they're going to be picking up on that, and they might be sat there thinking, maybe she don't like me, maybe he doesn't like me. Again, Page of Pentacles, commitment, indecision. What do I do with this? Do they really want me? Maybe you're saying that about them. Do they really want me? And then they're saying that about you. Do they really want me? And this is not about being delusional and pretending that they want you and they don't. And it's like, you're totally off the mark. This is about you. Hold the space. Send it upstairs. Say, Spirit, I know this is for me. I'm going to do me. Now, I'll give an example. If you know your person has an emotional block, are you purging yourself emotionally? If you know for a fact that you look at yourself and you're like, I don't know, I'm a 4 at the moment, maybe I could be a 10, but let me work on me, but then you don't. This is the time to do that. Maybe you're sat there going, but it's not going to happen. I can't see this in the third dimension, because what's going to be happening is they're going to be also feeling that. So we've got to be very super aware of what energy we're putting out there, because again, this is a manifestation. And then we've got the Seven of Swords and the Three of Wands. So someone doesn't know if they can see a future. So are you seeing a future? Because if you're not, then it's possible that it's then, you know, they're then also thinking, am I seeing a future? You know, so let's go to, I'm going to go to the Higher Love Soul Link Oracle cards. I'm going to pull some Romance Angels, and then we're going to, I've just looked at the clock, it was 1 hour and 10 minutes, which is 11, so twin flame number. Okay, so Spirit, what messages have yet to come through here that need to come through for the 20th, 21st for our twin flames, for watchers, and for those that are about to come into union? What is it we need to be giving as messages here? What is it they need to be aware of? Wow. There is they all have writing on them. Okay, and just an FYI, there is, I don't know how many cards are in this deck, but maybe 20, 30, maybe more, possibly more. Yeah, much more than 30. Dreams coming true. Messages, please, for those watching this video. This is your soulmate. Twin flame soulmate. This is your soulmate. Messages for that. Wow. Okay. Now, do you see what I'm saying about how there's a polar opposite here? It says, someone is going, am I just wishful thinking? Am I just wishful thinking here? But if you hold that thought, this will manifest. But someone's going, am I just wishful thinking? Am I just wishful thinking? That we need to shift. Because we've also got new level of growth. Okay, so again, as you're growing, they're growing. And that will also help you come into alignment. But if you're sat there going, oh, I don't know if this is going to come in. I don't know if they're going to come in. I don't know if this is going to, maybe it's just, this is the polar opposite of a wish fulfillment. Because you're sat there trying to work out if it's going to come through. If you know, and you've been having signs, and this reading was resonating. I mean, even if the reading didn't resonate, because you can still be just a different group of twin flames. But this is just the energy that I needed to channel today from where I'm listening, right, for the guides. And also the twin flame kind of high selves. So someone is in a huge doubt energy, and we've got to be very careful what we're manifesting at the moment. Final outcome, final higher love card, please, and then we'll move on to the Romance Angels, and then that'll be the end of this reading. Last card, what else? Last message, please, for the twin flame counterparts watching the video. What is the final message, please, for this deck? What is the final messages? Wow. Guys. This is what this energy is creating. It's the union of the two souls up there. You're going to have this, again, it's not just on one level, the physical, where your chakras are in alignment. It's your energetic bodies that are coming into alignment as well. Bottom of the deck, end of the learning phase. This is insane. If anyone had any doubt, here, this is insane. This is, I don't know why I'm so shocked. It's just, you know, I've only been on this journey 2 years, but you know, there's me all shocked. It's like, well, why am I shocked? This is again a classic example. Why am I shocked? I should be expecting it. I know that sounds a bit arrogant, but I don't know. It blows my mind that this even is a thing. I know it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm a Taurus, so I'm an Aries Taurus cusp, so I can be very grounded, and also my Venus is in Taurus, so. Right, let's see. Final messages for the twin flames we're channeling today, please. What else do you... Oh, here we go. Keep. What? Again, look, what you can't make it up. You cannot make this up. Trust, true love, stay optimistic about your love life. Let me show you individually. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. He knows. He knows. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And again, he knows. The angels are observing this. The angels have watched over this. I've got goosebumps. The angels have watched over you. I've got goosebumps. I'm going to have to name this video, The Angels Have Watched Over You. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So trust faith that, number one, the angels are totally all over this energy. Like, to the point where I feel like eyes are on me. And this is about timing and just the last stages. Final messages. I don't know if we need to go into a final message here, but in case we've got any last messages. Oh, look. It says, you deserve love. You are lovable. This is possibly what they're purging, or you're purging, is this kind of realization that they deserve you, you deserve them. It's like a, did I blow it? Did I ruin it? But then, do I deserve this? Yes. And the angels are trying to show them, but we've got to show you as well. Okay, guys, this was your reading for the 20th, 21st, the summer solstice, and the Ring of Fire summer solar eclipse. I wish you guys all the best of luck, okay? And I've just looked at the clock and it was 1:06:11, so 6, 7, 8, 9, that's a 9, which is endings. Guys, please leave me your comments. Anything that is evolving and developing, let me know. If you want to be in for a chance of winning at 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away a Tarot NEFERATI deck and also a 30-minute free reading. If you want to be in for a chance of winning, make sure you're subscribed, you're liking at least one video that isn't alive, and you're commenting. You can comment and like as many videos as you want. That will be giving you a higher increase to win, and a winner will be picked at random at 1,000 subscribers. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, take care.